Hi, and welcome to Tony's Cool Tools. If it's your first time, thanks for stopping. I really appreciate it. So in some of my previous videos, I reviewed and demonstrated the Frostbite Grapple, the Everything Attachment Wicked 55, and lastly, the Stinger Split Top Grapple. So I've covered both styles of grapples, the Wicked 55, which is a root grapple, or the Stinger clam style grapple. In today's video, I'm going to show you a grapple that's really different. It's called the Iron Fist, and it's manufactured by a US company called Artillian. I've made several videos on the company, on their attachments, their canopies, and their storage systems. This grapple is part of the Artillian modular system, and it all starts with this skid steer mounting plate right here, this skid steer quick attach. And yes, it is available in the John Deere version as well. So let me show you some options that you can put on this plate here to make your life easy. First, and the most popular attachment that I use are my pallet forks here. But in addition to this modular frame here, there is a 2-inch receiver, which I do use to shuttle my trailers around as well. So I'm pushing it forward, not pushing it from the back or pulling it from the back. Makes it a lot much easier to see where you're going when you're shuttling this in the front of your tractor. So here's another modular option, and that's the stump bucket. Works fantastic on small stumps. And they also make a snow plow that fits on this same modular system as well. And I'll give you the pros and cons on this grapple system and let you make the decision on whether it's beneficial to you and whether it fits your needs. So here are the specs on this Iron Fist grapple. First, it has variable grip technology, which means you can pick up dissimilar objects on either side of the grapple here. And it operates like your fist, opening and closing. As you can see, there's multiple contact points here, or pivot points, whereas on other tractors, or other grapples I should say, there's only one pivot point here in the back, and it just closes just like scissors. But this one here acts just like your fingers, and I'll show you that shortly. And it's rated for tractors that are 50 horsepower and under. And the nice thing about the Artillian modular system is you can mix and match, or you can make whatever grapple you want. You can either have 2 grapples on each side here with a raker at the bottom, or you can just have one in the center so that you can pick up logs. And it's a lot easier to cut a log with just one grapple than it is with this whole thing. You're losing those 16-inch segment here or whatever you're cutting them at. Unfortunately, in the video, you can't tell that this thing is built like a tank. It's 3/8-inch AR400 material here. And the welds are unbelievable all around here, and the pivot points are solid with grade 8 bolts. And as you can tell, it's powder coated, so it'll be rust-free for quite some time. And each modular hydraulic weighs 120 pounds, and the rakers weigh 45. And the measurements are all the same, 28 by 24 by 28. Here's one of the most impressive features of this Iron Fist grapple, and that is it opens up 48 inches here, which is probably the widest that I've seen in the industry for a compact tractor. And it's super beneficial when you're doing brush. Even though my tractor has a third function valve, it's necessary to install a splitter manifold here. And this manifold diverts hydraulic fluid to each of the cylinders. And I wanted to give a great shout out to Mike. You know who you are, Mike. It's Hydraulic Mike. He helped me plumb this system here. Even though it's simple, he helped me out with the hoses, what fittings I needed and everything else, and made the job go much easier. So thanks again, Mike. I really appreciate it. And one last thing. If you have a tractor that's 32 horsepower or higher, it's advisable to install this flow control valve at the beginning of the system to control the amount of hydraulic fluid that's going into the cylinders, so it's not a super jerky opening and closing. And you can open and close this by rotating it clockwise or counterclockwise. So we covered the specs on the Iron Fist grapple. Let's see what it can do now. So I mentioned the Iron Fist has variable grip technology. Let me show you how it works on dissimilar items like these two different logs here. So here's one of the benefits of having the 48-inch mouth opening on this Iron Fist grapple. Picking up a bunch of logs like this. Without a doubt, the number one reason for having a 48-inch grapple like this is for picking up large brush piles like this and not losing half of the material as you're picking it up or driving away. Let me show you. So I told you I'd give you the pros and the cons on this grapple. Well, first the pros. It's made out of AR-400, so it's built like a tank. You're not going to hurt this no matter how you abuse it. The other thing is it has the variable grip technology, so you can pick up multiple different size items in each of the grapples. And lastly, it's 48 inches opening, mouth opening, which is the widest that I'm aware of for a subcompact or compact tractor out there. And as far as the cons, well, firstly, it's a modular system, so you can't quickly and easily just pull into your pole barn or wherever you store your attachments and go pick it up with your quick attach or anything like that. You actually have to load it on here and then hook up the hydraulic hoses. And not only do you have your third function, but you have the splitter manifold as well. And that's the other thing. You need a third function, or you need the splitter valve right over there as well. So that's an additional cost. And as I mentioned, each of these sections weighs 120 pounds. So it's not super easy to pick up and move around or actually attach on here. I wish that they had this whole unit onto a quick attach type system so that I can just pull up, snap my arms down here and attach the hoses and be on my way. But for somebody who already has the modular system, this will work perfectly. No problems whatsoever. So I hope you've enjoyed this review on the Artillian Iron Fist grapple. And if so, please like, share, and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up as well. And remember, pass it forward, make the world a better place. And don't be a tool, watch Tony's Cool Tools. Until I see you next time, have a great day.